Hey, Floyd here. So I've got a glass of water I just got out of the kitchen sink. Some people have asked, where do you get that water? Literally, where do you get it? Who's making it? The rain or... No. Okay, you've got one pipe coming into your house. It goes to all the different areas. You got one pipe leaving your house, going to a sewage treatment plant. If you're in a small town or city, and definitely if you're in a big city, you've got a water treatment plant not very far from your house, which means that there's a very good possibility that this water's been here before. That sounds kind of yuck, right? You figure that when you're done doing your business and you flush that thing's gone. It's not your problem anymore. Or let's say you decided to get rid of some old prescriptions and just dump it down the toilet, or something nasty out of the refrigerator and you put it in the toilet. Flush it and you think it's not your problem anymore. Well, it's going to the same place that your drinking water's going to, and your laundry water, shower water. It's all going down that sewage drain pipe, which is headed to the water treatment plant. Sounds better than sewage treatment, wouldn't you say? So they're going to run it through that little place in your town. They're not going to ship it to another city or what have you. It's right in your neighborhood, speaking in your area. And they're going to do the best they can to treat that water. They're going to filter it. They're going to beat it up, try to get as much of the junk out of it, some of that junk you put in it, and make it safe enough for human consumption to get it back out. They're on a timeline, you know. The need is there. People want their water. So they don't have all the time in the world to get this thing cleaned up. And it's almost impossible for them to get all the pharmaceutical drugs out of it. Remember that the next time you decide to throw your old prescriptions down the toilet. That goes right into the water system. They can't strip all of that stuff out. And because of time marching on, there's a lot of pharmaceutical drugs in our water. There just is. And there's some other stuff in there that's really not very healthy. So, nonetheless, what they're going to do is they're going to do the best they can in the time frame that they have. They're going to add chemicals to it to sterilize it or get rid of any E. coli stuff, whatever, get it back to the tank on the hill. Because the tank on the hill is where you get gravity-fed water coming into your house. It's all gravity-fed. There's not a pump out there that's forcing it. It's all gravity. Why? Could you imagine the size of the pump it would take to have everybody get water with this one pump and all the pressure that would bring in? Anyways, they just don't do that. They pump it from the water treatment plant to the tanks on the hill. So you got gravity fed coming into your house. And that's where your water supply is coming in. That's why I say it may have been here before. You know, maybe a month or two ago, some of this water molecules were already here. I may have even drank some of them, whatever. But that's where your water's coming from. Nobody's actually making water anymore. It's just the water that's on the planet. And we've got to try to do our best to take care of that water and be mindful of throwing something in the toilet thinking it's just going to go away. That's a bad habit to get into. So now what are you going to do? You're getting water that is iffy to your house. Your family's going to drink that. Your animals are going to drink it. You're going to drink that. Or are you? My recommendation is you don't. And frankly, if you were to contact the people running those, they would tell you also that you really need to try to do some filtering at your level, at your house, your water. Now, I like using this machine here. These are expensive. This is a commitment. When you decide that you're going to get healthier because you're drinking restructured water, this is the critter for doing that. Don't buy this just to filter water. This is restructuring water. This is over-the-top equipment made in Japan. It's also a medical device in several European countries. Not this one. Well, this isn't a European country. Well, maybe it is. Anyways, no politics right here, right? If you're going to get one of these, you really need to make that commitment, and you're going to actually drink this water. And yes, it is got amazing health results. But even just drinking water in general has got some good qualities. I mean, you have to have water. 3 days is all you'll last with not having the proper water. But like I said, these are expensive. You know what other water filter things are if you've looked into them. They can get pretty spendy as well. I don't recommend reverse osmosis. That's making dead water, and then you've got to add some minerals to it to undeaden it. It's just not a good thing. You can't drink sterile water, okay? It doesn't have the that you need, the conductivity in the water that's going to be able to work in your body and so forth. Also understand that this water, when you drink it, you have to digest it. And if you get on my site, you'll see a video that talks about that because your cells can only absorb 6 molecules at a time, and you can tell that this is pretty clumped together as far as molecules go. Here's another option for you. I don't sell these. Darn near everybody does. But at least you could get one of these guys to set on your counter, fill it up with your tap water, and that'll get a lot of that garbage out of there. So that's the whole main thing. Is you want to get the good quality water. Your body is only going to operate as good as the material you put in it. So put in some good reconstruction water. Now I do have a little test that I'll do for you. You've probably seen this before. You notice I've got 2 glasses. One of them came out of this machine. One of them just came out of the faucet. We'll see if there's a little bit of a difference. When you see that blue, that means that's some good stuff right there. Definitely some good stuff. This stuff, kind of green and yeah. So this has been reconstructed. This is water that has gone through an electrolysis program that bursts the molecules apart so that it's easy for you to digest these things, to absorb these things. This is the best hydration fluid you could possibly get. And that's what makes this machine so powerful. Besides, it has a very powerful part in there that most competitors don't want to spend that kind of money to do it. And you can also learn a little bit about that if you just go to my site. Dr. Michaels says and shows, and you get all the technical stuff out of it. I'm just here to tell you that the water that comes out of your faucets and where it's been going and how it gets back to your faucets should be of interest to you, and you need to keep your eye on that. Consider getting one of these guys if nothing else. Definitely consider one of these, but like I said, this is an investment. This is a commitment. My sister bought one of these and she wasn't committed. She likes the whole concept, but she also likes to travel and she didn't want to take it with her, and I won't bore you with the story, but it ended up in her garage. And when you leave a machine like this unattended in a garage and probably moisture inside it, it's not good. So I'm sorry I introduced her to that. Not because of the health benefits, but because she blew money and she's not using it. So that's kind of sad. But anyways, that's my little spiel here. Please check out my website. And there's no trap doors there, but you do get some information. If you got any questions, put it in the chat. I appreciate you. Like and share my videos.